Good evening and happy Sunday. I'm back with another random ass video in the spirit of showing up because consistency eventually pays off. Hopefully you're having a nice Sunday. Today I wanted to talk about Luigi Mangione. I think he is a very popular topic and a lot of people seem to be infatuated with him and obsessed with him, and they are happy that he has done this. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I mean, I think it's impossible, but he is charged with the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in New York City just a couple of weeks ago. A lot of people online think that Luigi Mangione is a hero and that he should not really be charged with anything. That is correct. I have read several comments on people's think piece videos and CNN clips on YouTube where people just cannot understand why he's being charged with killing someone when he killed someone. Now, regardless of whether or not we see this as something that is positive and a movement, somebody did lose their life, and I tend to be a little less empathetic of that. But when it's something like this that we think we're getting behind a movement, when in actuality nothing is going to come of this act of violence that this person has decided to do, that's where I kind of feel like, okay, maybe we need kind of like a reality check into what's actually going on. So I personally am against the United States healthcare system. I am someone who is very anti the healthcare system. I think that insurance is a scam. Why am I paying for something in case something happens, and then you're telling me that when it happens, you're not going to cover it, and I still have to pay up to a certain amount before coverage kicks in? Very confusing. It's a fucking scam. I also think that the American healthcare system is a business that has no empathy for any of its patients or participants, whether they are willing patients and participants or have no choice but to lean on and into the system. I'm someone who is very, very anti the healthcare system, and I will do any and everything in my personal power to not become someone that helps these billion-dollar industries profit in any way. I will not help Pfizer. I will not help any of the main big backed healthcare system and essentially drug dealers and cartels. I will not help them. I will do everything in my power to not become a victim and to not utilize the healthcare system. With that being said, I just feel like, what did we actually accomplish? So I think Brian Thompson was the CEO, so more like a figurehead, right? There's a board that he has to answer to, and there are shareholders that he has to answer to because this is a business. And instead of making any change within the system, Luigi just decided to kill the figurehead. And I think that a lot of people don't really understand the chain of command and how things work. This is a system. A lot of people are starting to think, well, this could be a movement. This could change things. It doesn't change anything. You are going up against such an immoral, corrupt, disgusting system that gets you when you are born and wants to hold on to you for the rest of your life. Any way that they can make you sick, keep you stupid, and keep you fighting with each other and just killing random CEOs now, I guess. That is all they want. They're just going to replace that CEO with another one. People's insurance claims are still going to continue to get denied. It's not like they're sitting there now and thinking, well, should we change policy? And yes, maybe a couple of policies they may change. You may hear of one or two cases where things change and they'll give you a bone. They'll be like, okay, we changed a little bit of something, and then everyone forget. And you will continue to be a willing participant in the disgusting healthcare system that we have. And I think that is the bigger topic. You don't fight against the system by just killing random people from it because it doesn't kill the system. You fight against the system by not utilizing the system and not allowing the system to profit off of your stupidity. I learned this during COVID. I learned that they could profit off of everyone's fear and stupidity more than they can profit off of, okay, let me try to eat healthier, let me walk more, let me go to the gym, let me stop putting toxins into my body, let me stop drinking as much, let me try to get some sunlight, let me try to get some sleep, let me try to eat some berries or something. It was just easier to be like, okay, we know what's best for you. You're stupid. We're going to tell you to do this. If you don't do this, you're a villain, and do it how we say to do it because we are trying to save your life. This is the same healthcare system that denies claims for your sick relatives and you and your family. This is the same healthcare system that just a few short years ago, everyone was just hanging on every word from these people. This is the same system, you guys. This is the same system. The same people that were involved in capitalizing off of your fear and becoming billionaires. We are now saying, this is so good that this happened. We just killed somebody. He just killed somebody from the industry. This is amazing. I don't know. I think that something as big as the healthcare industry needs a lot more done to it than killing one CEO that they are going to replace. They are going to replace this CEO. And then what? And furthermore, it is becoming political, I'm noticing in the comments, because I'm watching Republicans lose their shit over this. And they're like, he's a murderer. He's a murderer. He deserves to go to jail. Like, if we went to jail January 6th, then you deserve to go. And then I see Democrats and liberals being like, this is all we've wanted. All we've wanted is someone to stand up for us and kill the people in the healthcare industry. Meanwhile, they're going to 7 therapists and taking 14 different SSI or whatever it's called drugs. And they're leaning on the system and making it more and more sustainable and wealthy. So you have one side, this is what I'm observing. You have one side that feels like this person should get the ultimate, like, he's a terrorist, that death sentence, all of this stuff, to the extreme. Because a lot of people on the right have been okay with violence happening in our schools. They've been okay with things happening random on the streets. They've been okay with this for a while. But then we have the other side that will have this sort of abusive relationship with the industry that they lean on and feed the most. They want people to start killing off the CEOs. So it just becomes, okay, what is the actual problem here? What are we actually fighting against? Because I think the battle is more internal and individual. And I think if individuals started to realize that they are involved in growing and creating this sort of system. And a lot of people probably won't agree with me. They'll just, I need to go to the doctor. I need to go to there are instances and tons and millions of them of situations and patients, they have diabetes, they have high cholesterol, they have, they're obese, or they have mental issues, or whatever it is. And yes, we need medication, and Western medication, all of that is amazing, and we need it, and it's great for intervention, but it should not be the first thing that we run to, because they are profiting so much off of keeping you sick in the first place. And all they do is deal you drugs. How come it's never, okay, what are you eating? What are you drinking? How much sleep are you getting? Are you walking? Yeah, your doctor will probably say that to you like every once in a while. They'll just be like, okay, well, exercise. They know that you know that you don't know what that fucking means. They're like, eat healthy. Okay, like, what does that mean? I eat healthy already and I'm still overweight. Well, they didn't tell you to count the calories or the macros, or how much exercise you should be getting, or what you should be drinking and putting into your body, or what you should be breathing in your household what you shouldn't be. No, that's not taught to us. It is, come to me, you have a problem, I will fix it with drugs. And all I want to do is write scripts. And the more scripts I write, the more money that I make. And as soon as I write you a script for one thing, it's going to cause a side effect, and I'm going to write you another script for the side effect, and then the other side. And That's the beast that we are dealing with. He did not kill the system. He killed one person. The beast is still there. This is not like a call for people to just go absolutely batshit crazy on like a killing spree. But let's think about it. If we have a whole side of people that are very happy that this has been done to him, and they decide this person was okay to kill, what are we saying to the other side that may have their people in their minds that they think it's okay to kill? Where would that line be? Who is okay to kill and who is not? It's opinion. It's not fact. So while I'm reading all these comments and, whatever, like, happy for everyone that's happy. I'm totally happy for everyone that's happy. I think there's also a bigger topic here with the gun violence, and that I was trying to research how many gun violence cases are there where the gun is attached to the legal owner. I know a lot of people are anti-gun. I'm pro-gun. If I could have a gun in New York City, I would have a gun in New York City. I'd have an entire closet full of freaking guns. And I always have felt that when you set a gun on a table, it can't harm anyone. It can't pull itself up and release the bullet. It needs a person attached to it. And more times than not, when we see these acts of violence and insanity, the person is insane. Because I know a lot of people don't like to lean on they're just mentally ill, but you have to be mentally insane to wake up one day and think, I'm going to go into a school and take the lives of several random people. You have to be crazy. That gun was not a problem locked up in the closet. It was the person that was attached to it. And I think that that's part of the conversation that no one wants to have, because a lot of people on the side that are supporting Luigi are saying, well, no one cares when there's a school shooting. Well, no one cares when there's a shooting in a church, and no one cares when there's, inner city violence. And I absolutely 100% agree with that. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And what I hear from the right side, because I have people on both sides in my circle of friends, because you never want to just be friends with people who think exactly like you all the time. You're never going to fucking learn and grow and understand any other perspectives in the world. They say, well, the gun is not the problem. I'm a gun owner and I'm responsible. It's mental health and terrible parenting. There's two issues here: the healthcare industry issue and the gun violence issue, because people on both sides are bringing up situations and events that have happened in our country surrounding guns, mental health, and massive industries like this. But make no mistake that this CEO will be replaced by another one. And a lot of people don't understand, the CEO is not looking at every single case that is presented to the insurance company. We know that, right? The CEO is not going to be able to help little Jimmy's case in Arkansas individually. And the CEO can't actually change policy within a system like that. There's a board that they answer to. They can go with ideas, they bring them to the board, they vote on them. You would have probably been better off trying to find a board member to off, or something, or like trying to remove it from the inside, the issue. But just a random CEO is like, okay, cool, done. Now what? Now what? People still are sick, they're still stupid, and they're still reliant on the healthcare industry. And the healthcare industry is still going to attack its people and make you sick and make you stupid and make you rely on them. It's so interesting. I was watching, I don't know, John had on some football game. There were like 8 commercials, like literally 8 commercials in this commercial break. And more than half of them were pharmaceutical drugs. Why the fuck? They shouldn't be allowed to advertise. I don't understand advertising for drugs, because essentially what you're saying is you want people who are sitting at home watching a game to be like, oh, I might need that drug. Let me go and talk to my doctor. Hey, I heard about this or that. As opposed to feeling something wrong, then going to a doctor if all else fails, whatever. And then having them say, well, there's this, I can put you on this medication, or maybe let's change your lifestyle. Or how about we try 30 days of no red meat? Or how about we try, 10 days of walking an extra hour, see if that brings any of the inflammation down. Why don't we try adding more greens into your diet before I give you a fucking pill? And this is coming from someone who was medicated since I think middle school for ADHD, and I was told by the healthcare industry and my doctors and my psychiatrists and therapists that if I were to get off of this medication without being weaned off of it, and if I were to just stop it altogether, I would go psychotic. I would be wanting to end myself. I would become erratic, emotional. I fucking stopped it one day and none of that shit happened. So you're going to have to excuse me for being extremely biased to things when I hear that. And it became this, every time I would go to my doctor, I'd be like, I think I want to get off of this. It's been 15 fucking years now. I don't want to continue to pay $388 every month for some pills that make me a zombie. And she would be like, well, it's not safe to come off of them. You may not remember what you were like in middle school, but you were very difficult to deal with and you didn't focus in class. I'm sorry, excuse me, the fuck? I'm not in school anymore. But I was stupid. And I was dependent on the system that hated me. The system hates you. It hates you. It doesn't help you. It hates you. And I'm not talking about nurses that take care of people and doctors and surgeons and people that actually find solutions. I'm talking about the system. The system is designed to hate you, not to help you. They want to get you in very soon, when you're born, within minutes that you were born, or they probably give you some, I think they wipe something on your eyes when you're born. That's drugs. Instantly. And then they just hope and pray that they can propagandize you, put fear into you. You need us. You need this insurance. You need to pay this much. Health insurance I see in ways that it is important. I do see in ways that it is important. I didn't have it in my 20s because it wasn't fucking sick. And I was like, I don't know, I'll just try to live a safer life. Maybe I won't go jet skiing. I don't know. Maybe I was like, I'm just in heels every night. And thankfully, nothing happened to me. I think the healthcare industry is very important when people have, especially things like cancer, which is a whole other topic because they do pray for that as well. And they will put you on chemo ASAP. It literally, it's a chain. It's like, you're sick, you have cancer, we need, great. That's what they want to say. It just came out like that. They want to say, great, perfect. We're going to do this. That's that's the system. It may not be the doctor that feels that way, kind of, but that's the system. Anytime that happens, they're like, oh, awesome. We love this. We love that for you. I just feel like, Luigi is proud of himself. And, kudos to him, but just people are saying, well, you should just be able to go to work without, getting shot. And I think that's reasonable, right? But we have a system, a corrupt system run by disgusting politicians that don't want that level of normalcy, because there are millions of businesses in New York where people fear going there every day to work. And they fear getting shot, getting stabbed, getting robbed, getting beaten by these psychopathic fucking junkies on the street. And no one cares. So I can see both sides where, yeah, I want to go to work too without thinking I have to be shot. But fuck, guess what? The mayor, the governor, the police chief, nobody cares about that. So why should I care about this CEO being shot? Why should I care? I can't go to work and not know if I'm going to get shot. And then if something does happen and I stand up for myself, I'm going to jail. So I can see both sides of the situation where I don't think this accomplishes anything by him killing him. It gives people something to talk about online like I'm doing. The beast is still going to be the beast. You haven't done anything to change that. There's nothing. People are still not getting their copays. What you have done is required all of these other CEOs to go to their board and say, amp up my motherfucking security now. Now. I need more guys. I need more men. My family need more security. That's the knee-jerk reaction right now that's happening. And who do you think is going to pay for that? Where do you think the healthcare industry is getting the money that they're going to need to now have president-level security for these CEOs? You. They'll figure out a way to raise the price of something. It's a cartel. It's a drug cartel. It's a legalized drug cartel. And I would love for someone to come in and dismantle it internally, desecrate it all. I would love it. Unfortunately, I feel like killing one CEO just isn't going to do that. And then what is that the start of? Them figuring out other ways to get around being shot? What movement is that starting? A movement of just killing other CEOs? They're going to fucking just leave and go buy an island and live somewhere else? Like, what movement did we start that they're going to actually listen to? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. That's all I have to say about that. Bye.